budget positions our province to safeguard the services that people rely on, and at its core, this budget reflects a clear understanding of the challenges British Columbians are experiencing, and it responds with a steady and practical investment and planning during rapidly changing times. Budgets are often discussed in technical terms, in revenue assumptions, in forecasts, capital envelopes, and line items. But for the people that we represent, budgets are not technical documents. They're their government's expressions of priorities. They determine whether families can access health care when they need it, whether young people see opportunities in their communities, whether infrastructure is going to keep pace with growth, and whether businesses have confidence in the future. And Budget 2026 recognizes these expectations. It balances ambition with necessary discipline. It protects core services while advancing strategic investment. And it shows that government can be prudent and proactive, safeguarding stability while creating opportunity. This budget safeguards education and healthcare and childcare, among other core services that British Columbians rely on. It continues the unprecedented capital investments necessary to support British Columbians with a sustainable pace and strives to future-proof our economy with immediate investments in skills training to meet the moment that we are at, while being able to take advantage of emerging opportunities with the federal government. Today, I want to speak about this budget not only in provincial terms, but through the lens of the people I represent, the residents of Ladysmith-Oceanside, because ultimately that is where the impact of budgets are felt, across the ridings of British Columbia. And from Saltaire to Dashwood, the people of Ladysmith-Oceanside share a practical outlook. They want government to be focused and accountable and responsive. They want access to health care, they want attainable housing, and while I've heard a lot of criticism from the members opposite about housing, I think it's really important to note that BC is currently building almost half of the non-market housing in Canada right now. Almost half in Canada. They want safe, the members of Ladysmith-Oceanside want safe and reliable infrastructure, strong schools, thriving economies that protect and promote the natural assets of our beautiful riding. And this budget reflects those priorities, not in rhetoric, but in action and in strategic and thoughtful investment. Honourable Speaker, Budget 2026 arrives at a time when governments must navigate global economic volatility, demographic shifts, labour shortages, and evolving supply chains continue to influence local realities. Families are focused on affordability, employers are managing costs and workforce needs, and communities are planning growth amid rapidly changing conditions. In this environment, responsible fiscal management is not optional, it's essential. But the members opposite this past week are simultaneously saying that we are spending too much or not enough. And that's not a fiscal reality. This budget demonstrates the fiscal reality that we are in. It maintains a disciplined approach to financial stewardship while ensuring critical services and investments remain strong. It recognizes that cutting investments in uncertain times would undermine long-term prosperity, just as unchecked spending would jeopardize stability. Instead, the government has chosen a steady course, one that recognizes that stability matters. When residents feel secure in public service and economic direction, they are better able to plan their futures. When businesses see predictability in policy, they invest with confidence, and when communities know infrastructure and services will keep pace, then they grow responsibly. And for Ladysmith-Oceanside, this balanced approach provides reassurance that provincial planning aligns with local needs, protecting today while preparing